Put your hands up in the air like you just don't care. It seems so wrong, but it feels so right. And the last one, just lose control. When I was a teenager, I think these were the 3 most popular phrases I heard in pop songs. I know they sound quite shallow, but I think they are actually very deep. They just have bad press, especially the last one. Because of all that pop cultural context and those unambitious videos, whenever you ask somebody, hey, why don't you just lose control? They will probably say, no, I'm not getting drunk, I'm not having promiscuous sex, and I'm not letting other people know how much I hate them, okay? As if inside we were a wild beast that needs to be kept on a very short leash, because otherwise, if you forget yourself for just one moment, if you go out for a spiritual cigarette, it will just break loose and kill them all. So, we try to control every step we make to make this world a better place and to protect our own sanity. Many times I heard people say, I can't cry, because if I start, I won't stop. Or I can't feel my anger because I could hurt somebody. Now, of course, everybody is different and there are different cases. Some of us are struggling with mental health problems and things might get a bit complicated. But as a general rule, emotions are called emotions because they are constantly in motion. They come and go and make room for some other emotions. So, you don't need to be that much afraid of them and afraid that they will never end or you'll be so overwhelmed. Because our tendency is, when we are afraid of something, the thing we are afraid of tends to grow out of proportion. And the more we delay the confrontation, the more it grows. But when we finally pluck up the courage to deal with it, it turns out it was not such a big deal. The same goes for our attempts to control how we are perceived by other people. I can't even tell you how many times I heard, if people really knew me, they wouldn't like me. I'm sometimes tempted to say, what makes you think they like you in the first place? Maybe if they got to know you, they would finally start to like you. Besides, do you really think you are so original, so special, that if people discovered who you really are, they would say, oh, I expected more from you and you are human? Ugh, no. And no matter how good you are at personal branding, 9 times out of 10 people can actually sense who you are, so why bother? So these 3 examples are bound by a common theme. Fear of what's inside, fear of this inner reality, the fear that once we discover it, we won't be able to control it. And God only knows where this could lead us. And that's exactly what matters. So this is my invitation for you for this Sunday, moving from suspicion, from fear, towards more freedom, towards initiative, and going with the flow. This Sunday we'll be meditating John 7 verses 37 to 39. Yes, I know, that's not the reading of the day. I just found out today morning when I was watching the online mass, and I realized that I prepared the meditation based on the reading from yesterday. Sorry. My mistake, but I hope that maybe this was messed up to be. Who knows? God only knows. If you really would like to meditate on the reading of the day, you can, and you happen to speak Polish, you can do it with Pogłębiarka at 9:15 Central European Time. I think they have English subtitles too. And I hope you will forgive me and you'll join me to meditate this fragment, which we will now read. On the last and greatest day of the feast, Jesus stood and said in a loud voice, "If anyone is thirsty, let him come to me and drink. Whoever believes in me, as the scripture has said, streams of living water will flow from within him." By this he meant the Spirit, whom those who believed in him were later to receive. Up to that time, the Spirit had not been given, since Jesus had not been glorified. If anyone is thirsty, let him come to me and drink. As long as everything is going according to your plan, as long as you have the illusion of control over your life, you may not be motivated enough to let go of control. But if you feel dry inside, if you are thirsty for a fuller, more satisfying life, join us tonight, 10 p.m. Central European Time. We'll be meditating this fragment and God only knows what's going to happen. See you.